set for a mighty battle.
I think the crowd thought Ellis was doing a bit more than she should have. And the penalty is given inside the circle. It's for Southby. Manning's out of play, so Southby may step in, may dish off to McMahon. So maybe an 11-goal lead. Well, she tried to do the latter, and it was superbly read by Vangana. Edward. Harper. Super athlete, Dean Harper. And wing attack. Southern Sting. It's her provincial side. George. Patient with it. Edward.
Banners holding centre.
George. Oh, gee, that was 3 seconds, if the other one was. On they go. And the Australian defence continues the effort. Ah, there we go.
Goal third. Over.
Ah, that was a step call, not 3 seconds, though.
Yeah.
From Joan Hodgson. What a great player she was for New Zealand. A mid-court player of tremendous speed and ability. Richardson. Sanders. McMahon. 90 seconds left in the second. And well done by Bernice Mendy to take it almost out of the hands of Eloise Southby, and away they come. A little touch there from Harvey Williams, trying to be a thief in the night. And well done, Liz Ellis, to get the rebound. And it seems every time New Zealand get possession from Australia, the Aussies come back at them nice and hard. Southby. This for the 11-goal lead. And they get it this time. 33-22. And 11 goals in the first quarter from New Zealand, 11 in the second, but they've been outscored 16 and now 17 by Australia. So a second quarter from the Aussies to match their first in terms of output and defence. Harvey happy to thrash it out of court. Throw-in will be New Zealand's. Half a minute to go in the second quarter. And Loughagan, it's just her fifth. Loughagan again. Over into the corner. Dean Harper. I'd love to get a couple of goals here. And the players go down. First Van Dyke, then Harvey Williams over the top of her. And there's only a couple of seconds left in the quarter, although no sign of the timekeeper yet. And Harvey Williams throws the shoe off. So perhaps Loughagan moves over to the baseline to put one through and reduce the lead to single figures at least. 33-24.
Hold time. Give the ball to the Australian centre.
Nick Richardson delaying it for all she's worth. She sees the timekeeper.
Held ball, free pass.
He's quite happy to do that. And then, well, trying to milk the clock was Nick Richardson. But again, a good quarter from the Australians. They've built a 5-goal lead out to 9. Van Dyke.
See that played that way in Australia.
48-46. Here we go. New Zealand centre pass. Seymour to George, to Loughagan. They'd love to get this next one quickly and apply the screws. Van Dyke. Yes!
Yes, we're in Wellington. Just a reminder, look at the crowd.
Harvey Williams. Sanders. They've got to look after this one, Australia. Hodge.
Plenty of time for both teams to win this match. The Australians must maintain composure.
But they don't. It's Mendy who gets the intercept. Now on to Bangana. Seymour. To Edward. George pulls it in. Down they go in the circle. Harvey Williams and Van Dyke. They get up again. Oh, nearly 3 seconds there. Loughagan. And the Aussies, have they got it? Yeah, it took some doing. Oh, it'll come back for the penalty.
Well, it was a mad scramble. It needed the whistle a little earlier. It does come up as an Australian penalty.
Under 3 minutes to go.
Now, Hannah starts to hunt, but a little late on the challenge.
Who's who's going to take this match. 48-47 Australia.
Goal defence, pass or shot.
Wonderful work again from Eloise Southby, who worked so hard on defending the defender and forced the penalty against Bernice Meni. Comes up with a shot for Australia.
49-47. 2.5 to go. Meni has led the Silver Ferns superbly. I'll take some confidence out of this, whatever the result. Up it goes, and Ellis comes down with it.
It's a poor feed from the Silver Ferns skipper. She needed to link with her feeders.
And the Australians, if they get away with this one, will be taking the opportunity, if they get it, to remind the Silver Ferns about who wins the close ones, and it tends to be the Aussies. Goalkeeper, that's against Vangana. And Hodge in no hurry. 1:45 to go, to the lead. The Australians, one more, might just about get them home.
Great shot from Sherelle McMahon.
And they're first to 50. And the Australians have the centre pass. Must look for another goal. Wouldn't be playing it around just at the moment. That's a dangerous game to play. Obstruction back at the edge of the circle. Oh, it's actually a partial shot. It's inside the circle. It's for Southby. Feeds it off. That's using up a second or two.
Great take from McMahon.
That should do it. 51-47, and there's only a minute to go. Seymour to George. They'll be desperate now to score them quickly, the Silver Ferns, and the Aussies might be looking to capitalise on that. They've got to get it into Van Dijk faster than this.
Great pressure from Peter Squire over the feed, forces the back play from Temapara George.
How did Seymour haul that in? She's got it on a string.
But Australia really working overtime in defence of forcing the delay in the feed, and Ellis with great positioning.
Now, this might be a toss, is it? There's nothing in it. They've both got two hands on it. The old foes, Irene Van Dijk and Liz Ellis. And Van Dijk very quick on the draw.
Sorry.
Oh, too quick. And Liz Ellis wins it at the second attempt. And the last 15 seconds of the match. The Aussies are going to win the first test in Wellington. It goes through the hands of Sanders, cleaned up by Squire. Hodge, Meni just picks it off, clean as. On to Seymour and George. And Van Dijk may have the final say. No, she doesn't. Does it count? No, it doesn't. The goal does not count. And that's it. So 51-47, Australia wins the first test, and what a great match it was. Oh.
Crucial to get that first one in the three-test series against New Zealand here in New Zealand.
Well, it is. I mean, the crowd was fantastic tonight. I know they're parochial, but the atmosphere is just fantastic, and I think anyone just enjoys being out there on the court in this sort of atmosphere.
New Zealand would hit back in the second test. The series would be decided in Christchurch.
And still they lead by 5 with under 5 to go.
Well, that was done so quietly by the Australian skipper, but so crucial. Many's intercepted, lifted the crowd. The reply, wonderful from the Australian captain.
Contact against Cheryl Clark. Delaney. Davu defending. McMahon goaling. Oh, they're nearly home. For bragging rights come the Commonwealth Games next year. For trans-Tasman dominance of netball. It's on the line. George to Clark. A touch. And Ellis will run this one down, and another possession to the Australians.
Well, once again, the defensive effort from Australia in front of their circle defenders has been fine.
Contact against Van Dijk is spilling out of play as Kath Harvey-Williams will be lucky if she can walk onto the plane tomorrow morning. Arms and legs strapped. She's been carrying a nasty ankle injury since the first test. And a flick of the hand from McMahon. She gets back the possession that they looked like they'd lost.
And Australia now playing with the speed of a team that expects to win this match. No signs of tiredness in their drive.
That's a deliberate obstruction, and it's a pass or shot for Australia.
Yes, with Seymour out of play, albeit she's at the edge of the circle. You don't take the shot back to her because it would disadvantage the team receiving.
Southby thinks they're home. They're out by 7 with the centre pass. I'm sure the Southby family back home in Victoria will be loving this.
If they could just hold off 3 minutes and 18 seconds until they celebrated a
Well, they can't celebrate now. 7 goals can disappear quickly, but surely the Australians will do enough to get there.
You would think so, but it has to be said 7 can be made up in that 3-minute margin.
And we should mention too, probably, that the underdog looks like winning every game of this series. New Zealand were favoured in Wellington, Australia in Invercargill, but the results went the other way, and New Zealand firm favourites for this third test. They trail by 6 but have possession. Colling.
Well, moments earlier, the crowd sighed when Colling neglected to go to the post. Now they're brought alive. Is this a last-ditch effort by the Silver Ferns? 2 on the trot. They bring it to within 5. The beauty of the game, though, that the centres alternate irrespective, just saves your breath, doesn't it? Australia given possession.
Oh. That's against McMahon. It's New Zealand possession. 5 the lead. 2:15 to go.
Interesting on that last call, New Zealand had possession, but it wasn't played to advantage. And they were well down court when it was brought back.
On they go. Down by 5. The clock working against them. They've got to score quickly. Seymour. She's quick. Runs it down. Colling. She's got to shoot. Gets one. Just 2 from 4 from Belinda Colling. They got it back to 4 with the centre pass. They're going to make something of this yet. Seymour. Colling wants to dish it out. Calling for it is Van Dyke. She's got it.
It wasn't a pretty call. I think it's something on the lines of just put it up there.
90 seconds to go. 3 the difference. Australia better look after the ball, or the roar here will be something.
The penalties to be set, so it's not a steal from Temapara, George. It does eat up valuable seconds, though, and that's in Australia's favour.
If Australia can score off this possession, they might nearly be there. Contact against George. They've got to go for everything. Over to Delaney. Back to Sanders.
Southby working hard to set up the screens.
This, maybe for the series, it doesn't go. Davu, no!
Oh, well,
the
it was
rebound from
Davu
Southby.
possession.
And Australia out by 4. So inside the last minute, and it looks like Australia's going to do it. Yvonne Willering, a shake of the head. An anxious but happy-looking Australian bench. They just want this over. Seymour, Colling, must shoot.
On the ball, goal defender.
Contact on the ball, but Colling shoots through it.
Just a little over half a minute left. Contact against George. Harvey Williams just steps back.
Well, she's happy to take her time to reset the penalty.
Sanders across to Delaney. What a game she's had. McMahon to Sanders. Delaney calls for it, but it's to McMahon. And Australia hits 50. Australia will win with just a few seconds left. A smile of resignation from Yvonne Willering.
Contact, goal, attack. Yep.
What a performance from the Australians under enormous pressure here. That is full time. That is the series to Australia. The third test, 50-46. They are delighted. In the cauldron of Christchurch, they are so happy.